Hello, hello. Welcome to Three Things You Need to Know. This is Three Things You Need to Know About Appraisals. My name is Shelley Zavitz. I'm a licensed realtor in Portland, Oregon for Dwell Realty, and I'm here with Tammy Wittren of Guild Mortgage. Welcome, welcome, my friend.
Thank you, Shelley. Good to see you.
All right, we're talking appraisals. Let's start with, what is an appraisal?
Well, an appraisal is a document that your lender requires. We charge the borrower for this document, but it is a lender requirement. And the reason we require it is we want proof that the property you want us to put a loan on is of value or sales price. So it's our collateral validation.
Okay. So, why do we even need an appraisal in the first place? Like, why is it mandatory to have if you're getting lending?
That's a really good question. So it's our collateral. Imagine what if the property really wasn't valued at the sales price and you quit paying? We then, as a lender, get stuck with that house and we're losing money on it. So it's proof that there is value there equal to the sales price and that we're going to have the equity in the property that we need to do that mortgage. It's just good business to make sure that the house is solid.
Right. And, a bank doesn't really want to lend money on an overinflated house, nor does a buyer want to, have an overinflated house, right? So,
Absolutely.
so that makes a lot of sense to me. And then, who's in charge? Like, who orders it? Like, how does that
How do we pick the
process?
appraiser? Those
Yeah.
are really good questions. Shelley, back when the 2008, 9, 10, and 11, when the mortgage market and our financial markets imploded and real estate imploded, there were
It's hard to
tons of
forget.
regulation. Okay.
It's hard to forget that
Yeah.
time.
Tons of regulation came out of that, and Dodd-Frank financial reform is one of those. And in that came appraisal review and reconsideration of all the appraisal requirements. People were in collusion with appraisers, lenders were in collusion, realtors were in collusion, and inflating value.
Gross.
So now, in today's appraisal world, how it works is lenders are required to use a third party, neutral third party called an AMC, appraisal management company.
Okay.
We just put the appraisal request into this. It's put out to bid in the field with appraisers. They bid on it. As a loan officer, I have no knowledge who that appraiser is, and I am not able to communicate with that appraiser. The realtor can, they meet him typically at the house, etc. But loan officers are absolutely, it is against everything. We are to have no contact whatsoever, no undue influence over that appraiser.
Right. And the whole purpose of that is to protect the consumer. Is that correct?
Not only the consumer, but the lender. We don't want a property that's overinflated. That if you go bankrupt or you quit making your payment, we're stuck with something. The more that happens to us, the more that pulls our industry down, and it's just not good business for the client. So, yeah, the appraisal is to protect the client and the lender.
Interesting. Okay, so next week we're going to do a deep dive into appraisals. So join us next week. If you have any questions, go on to shelleyzavitz.com. There's tons of information there. You can get in touch with me if you have more questions. And Tammy, thank you for your time. See you next
You're
week.
welcome. See you,
We'll get
Shell. Bye
real.
bye.
Okay.